Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson dancing to his left. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it, and the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Saints nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open. And
on 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Five yards remain on second down. A give. This is Kamara. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville. He has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get loaded in those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Dobbins, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And this one will be brought back. 22. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Going quickly here to Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Michael Thomas, a gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 27-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over, they'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talent, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage, but in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 91 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw here. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Flush to his right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Dobbins running out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. From the gun, Jackson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Justin Tucker,
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good game and a 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Pete Werner, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Dobbins trying the left side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. He'll buy some time right. Looking for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Dobbins. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Saints, not much more left to say except it was a sheer disaster from beginning to end as they do indeed finish 0-17. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt.